Hello there, and welcome to another Star Wars Theory. Welcome to a new series on this channel where we will question what if, changing current Star Wars events and seeing where this would have taken us. Today we will discuss what if Kenobi didn't follow Padme to Mustafar from the events of Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. If you enjoy this episode, drop a like to let me know you want more, and subscribe to see more Star Wars content. Don't forget to let me know what you want to see in the comments below, and if you would have taken this story in a different direction. Remember that this is only my point of view. Let's get started with the video. I hope you enjoy. Our story begins with Padme landing on Mustafar, as she runs down the boarding ramp of her J-type Naboo starskiff. She runs up to Anakin, confessing her fears for him, much like in the movie. Padme cannot believe what he has done, and says how she cannot follow him down this road of darkness. Anakin still goes to choke Padme, but as he reaches out with the Force, there's a voice telling him that he'll become the very thing he has sworn to destroy. He again hears Qui-Gon, only this time he knows that it is not just a voice inside his head. Qui-Gon lives, or at least his spirit does. As he realises the evil deeds he has just committed to save Padme, he is snapped out of this dream state. He was about to kill the woman of his dreams just to save her. This wasn't right. He tells her everything he has done for the Chancellor, Darth Sidious, hiding in the shadows of his trust, all done in order to save her, to protect her, and how his mind has been twisted by the Sith Lord he's just sworn allegiance to. Tears stream as the ground begins to crack below his feet. Lava fills the space. Padme runs up to him, ignorant of her surroundings, tightening her grip as she still sees the light behind his no longer yellow pupils. Hope. They board her ship with R2 and 3PO, where they go into hiding on Naboo. Padme is given the utmost special equipment and medicine to ensure she remains healthy when she gives birth to the twins, Luke and Leia, with all three surviving the birth of the next generation of Skywalkers. Both twins are to be trained in both the light and the dark side by Anakin himself, and shown not just the dogmatic, narrow-minded view of the Jedi. Soon they will become the strongest Force users in the galaxy. Through passion they are at peace, through knowledge they gain strength, through serenity they see power, through harmony they achieve victory, and through balance they are one with the Force. Back on Coruscant, Yoda and Kenobi have both defeated Palpatine together, with Palpatine assuming Kenobi would have run to his Padawan when hearing the news of him killing younglings. Not knowing where Anakin would have gone to, and unaware of the Naboo hideout that Padme and Anakin are hiding their family, this hideout being the same hut they got married in Attack of the Clones, they would have a small party of remaining Jedi close to both the Masters, to be looking out for any news, whilst the majority are devoted to rebuilding the Order, restoring peace to the galaxy. If ever finding Anakin's Green Eater 2 Actis Class Light Interceptor rusting away on Mustafar, they would not find any lead on Anakin, and would most likely have to assume that until proven otherwise he'd be presumed dead, laying amongst the rotten corpses of separatist leaders, or having met his doom in the molten rock flowing around the planet. Anakin would find peace on Naboo, however, not having to worry about Padme's life, and being the perfect balance of the Force, both strong in the light and the dark to meet him. He would eventually reunite with the ghost of Qui-Gon, who would appear to him after completing his own training with the Whills. Qui-Gon would go on to teach Anakin all about passing on, becoming one with the Force, and we would see that Qui-Gon is more of a balance than we're led to believe in Phantom Menace, and how the reason he has not contacted Obi-Wan is that he still believes the current Jedi system isn't as balanced as the Force wills it to be. This was why he never joined the other Masters on the Council, and even denied Yoda's invitation. Anakin, whilst no longer a Jedi, is reunited with Ahsoka again, while out with his family to locate old Jedi and Sith texts as Luke was after Return of the Jedi. Ahsoka recognises Padme's starskiff landing on the planet, as she was both close with Anakin and Padme during her time at the temple, and goes to investigate the pilots of this vessel. She sees Anakin. Standing opposite to him, she senses that Anakin is no longer the epitome of the light as he once were. Something feels wrong. Anakin is shocked and amazed to be reunited with his old Padawan, whom he hasn't seen for a while, glad that she survived the attack on the Jedi. He tries to catch up with her, however she is very curious to where he has been all this time. This takes place around the time of the original trilogy, a few decades after them going into hiding. This would be where Anakin explains the events of Order 66 to Ahsoka. Similar to Rebels, she refuses to believe what has happened, her master going against everything he fought so hard for, and such dark deeds that make her question if even he is worthy to ever redeem such actions. She will avenge the Jedi he has killed, and the younglings he didn't let escape. Rage building amongst the disbelief, she begins to break down, but is calmed by Trace and Rafa, who she stayed with rather than walking off alone during Clone Wars, originally in hopes of discovering Anakin about their travels. Jumping to board their ship as it flies by, similar to Qui-Gon in The Phantom Menace, she leaves. Ahsoka, having heard what happened at the Jedi Temple all those years ago, feeling conflicted, would have eventually found Maul to join him, as what he said was true. Anakin is the Sith apprentice, and she didn't trust the Jedi enough after all the allegations staying out of their politics. Both powerful Force users travelled to Naboo to take on Anakin, as he revealed his location to her alone. Reaching Naboo, Ahsoka aims to avenge the Jedi by arresting Anakin. However, Maul is still out to get revenge on Kenobi by killing his Padawan. Maul soon realises upon landing that this is no temple of Jedi, and Anakin has run from the Order, but still knows the pain Kenobi would feel when revealing it was him again taking the life of somebody close to the Master. This doesn't stop him attacking. Anakin kills Maul as easy as Kenobi in Rebels. All the years of training with a Maul droid in the grounds of the temple aid his counter-offensive. Maul drops, eyes going dark, as Anakin lays him to rest. However, he clips his saber back onto his belt. He refuses to kill Ahsoka. Padme runs out, hearing the noise, to see her old friend, but is hesitant as Ahsoka is in a battle-ready stance, holding both her hilts, ready for a fight. Annie looks at peace, almost knowing she doesn't want to do this, but in a moment of anger, Ahsoka ignites her blades pointed towards Anakin, tinted with the red glare of the sunset, but realises what she's about to do is wrong. But this time, it is too late. Maul's hand twitches one last time, and within an instant, her blades are flown through Anakin. He fades, robes dropping to the ground. Ahsoka screams out in pain as Padme bursts into tears. Amidala collapses, Ahsoka lost for words. She's just killed her old master. Heartbroken, Padme loses consciousness as Ahsoka rushes over to support her old friend. Padme loses the will to live without Anakin and dies of sadness. Ahsoka has failed. Ahsoka rummages through Anakin's robes, wondering where he has disappeared to, finding her Padawan prayed as the emotion floods her body. She also picks up his hilt, remembering all the battles together throughout the Clone Wars, fighting aside him. Flashbacks fill the air around her as she recalls all that they have achieved together. Luke runs out, calling for his dad, and Leia isn't far behind. Seeing their mother collapse, with a figure they have only heard of arched over her, Luke recognises who this is. If Kenobi was a brother to his father, then this must have been his sister. A single tear runs down Luke's face as he smiles into the sunset over the lake. They do not mourn as Ahsoka does, as they know that their father has passed into the cosmic force. As Ahsoka tries to stand, Luke offers his hand, but Ahsoka shrugs it away and begins to hide away from Anakin's children, unsure why they are so at peace with her. She blames herself for the murder and death of the Chosen One and for giving in to her inner darkness. The biggest problem in this universe is that nobody helps each other, Snips. She is met with a familiar voice, Anakin. After finding out what had happened between Qui-Gon and the Whills and how Anakin was able to live past death, Ahsoka turns herself into the Jedi. They hold no grudge, for it was not her actions that led to Anakin's death. However, she reveals the twins to Uncle Kenobi, who they have heard so much about. Showing the now aged masters their abilities, outskilling anyone in the temple, Yoda takes them in to the Order for a time, allowing them to train in the remaining Jedi abilities they are yet to master. Both Jedi also allow Luke and Leia to become masters at the temple, where Leia gets a seat on the council. Luke is part of a greater council, a council of Grand Masters alongside Yoda and Kenobi, and few other remaining Jedi. Luke is in charge of keeping the sacred Jedi texts, following Jocasta Nu, who shows him around the library. It is here where Luke teaches the Grand Masters Yoda and Obi-Wan the benefit of learning in both light and dark, showing them the path that Qui-Gon and Anakin have taken, teaching them how to pass into the Force. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. Don't forget to comment below any ideas you want to see in this What If series. May the Force be with you, always, and remember, what I told you was true from a certain point of view.